Yo, what is going on? Right now, today, what you're seeing is a video that I'm going to break down a client result. So a few days ago, or just one day ago, one of my clients posted in our private Facebook group about a big win that he had while speaking to a recruiter who was going to send his video out to potential clients. So a lot of people in those situations, high stress, you're getting recorded, you have to perform, you're getting asked questions, and all of this stuff, kind of like a job interview, basically is a job interview. That's when we feel the most stifled, that's when we feel the most held back, that's where we feel the most repressed, the most inauthentic. And now one of my clients just had an experience where he was completely authentic. He didn't care if he stuttered or not. He was able to express himself freely and fully during this job interview. And this is something that is new for him. So I'm going to break down exactly what he wrote down inside of our private Facebook group. And I will also share with you how he was able to do this. So hopefully you can learn and implement these wins into your life as well. So you can walk into job interviews, or you can walk into a new group setting and just be authentic and be yourself, and not let your stutter dictate any actions, dictate any thoughts, to be completely authentic. All right. So without further ado, let's get this started. Quickly before I start, if you do not know who I am, my name is Chase Gillis, and I help people overcome stuttering the authentic way, without speech techniques, without little tricks and gimmicks, but by addressing the real root issues of why we are stuttering in the first place. Okay? This is a way of dealing with your stutter that most likely you've never seen or heard before, but it's by addressing the real tension in your body, the real repressed emotions, the traumas that you've had, and learning to let those go, learning to let go of your past pattern ways of repressing in group conversations and holding yourself back and changing your personality and swapping words and really addressing the tension and the inauthenticity in your body and the anxiety and the fear and the low self-esteem. That's what we address, and that's the real root issue. Once we address that, we don't care if we stutter or not. And that's when the most authentic version of ourselves come out. So let's hop right into this. So I asked permission from him to share this. So this is why you're seeing his name right here as well. His name is Rajneel Lal. And here's what he wrote. Hey guys, so I'm going to read out what he wrote, but I'm going to make breaks in it, so I can explain how we got there and what we did to work together to achieve that mindset or achieve that result. Okay, so he writes, "Hi guys, I wanted to share a little win today. Feels like a big win for me. It's a win that's been happening slowly internally, and it's been expanding and growing for some time. Disclosing I am a stutterer and then realizing I am safe no matter what has been one of the most impactful realizations I have made. Thank you, Chase." So this is just something that is foundational, to be able to disclose you stutter, and not disclose you stutter to other people in hopes that they will accept you, in hopes that they won't judge you as much, in hopes that you'll get some type of validation that it's safe and that it's okay. But so your brain can realize other people can see your flaws, other people can be aware of exactly what's going on inside of you, and you do not need to hide it. You can be completely authentic. It's like saying, I have brown hair, I stutter, I have this monkey tattoo. It's just like, this is me. I'm not hiding any bit of me. I'm not trying to hide any bit of me. And disclosing you have a stutter, saying, yo, what's up? I stutter sometimes. If you can do that, when you usually try to hide it and try to repress this side of you, it can be extremely beneficial. So he says it's one of the most impactful realizations he has made. Thank you, Chase. Today, I sat with a recruiter to record a video where I was discussing my CV and all of that. The recruiter wanted to use this video to send to potential clients who might be interested in hiring me. At the start of the meeting with the recruiter, he warmed me up about the questions he will be asking me during the recording, and while his preparing me, a stream of thoughts started to appear in my mind. These thoughts were natural and required no effort from my part. What are these thoughts? These thoughts were along the lines of, let's be Raj. I'm going to disclose my stutter. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be open. I have nothing to hide. I am not nervous. Where is the tightness I usually feel? Why don't I feel nervous like I used to in the past? Okay, so let's break down these thoughts a little bit. The first thought, he said, required no effort. All of these thoughts required no effort and was natural. And that's the state you want to get to. You don't want to have to always, let's think positive. Let's affirmation, because that is still like you not being effortless. That's still not you being flowy and natural. Like, you can be already. Natural, effortless flow comes when you don't need to force anything. And that's the goal. So Raj, didn't need to force these thoughts. Let's just be Raj. I'm going to disclose my stutter. Let's be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is fucking amazing. Just being open, sharing your true self, not hiding. I've nothing to hide. I'm not nervous. The thoughts of like, I'm not nervous. Imagine having that thought. Imagine being in basically a job interview, and having those types of thoughts. I'm not nervous. I have nothing to hide. Let's be vulnerable. Instead of, holy shit, what is he going to think of me if I stutter? Will I be able to say this word? Can I say my name? All that anxious thinking is gone. And you're thinking, let's be vulnerable. Let's be Raj. Let's be who I truly am. Why don't I feel nervous like I do in the past? And that's a fucking amazing thought to have. And that means it's something subconscious, unconsciously has changed inside of you, where you don't need to consciously think to change something, but something has already shifted inside of you. And that's where the magic happens, when you can look back and say, what the fuck? I'm completely different than I was a month ago or 2 months ago. That's where it's the most powerful, when you're like, holy shit, I did a bunch of work and now just naturally I'm expressing differently. That's the fucking gold, okay? It all happened within a few seconds, and then I felt light, clear-minded, and peaceful. The recruiter told me, if some questions you don't answer properly, we can always re-record it or cut it out. I told him, nah, leave it. It gets them to see who I am. Let's be authentic. And that's the fucking gold. That's fucking amazing when you can say, I don't want to be perfect. I want to show other people who I truly fucking am. I don't need to show myself in a certain light. I don't need to be accepted in a certain way. Let people accept me for who I truly am. That mindset is overcoming your stutter. If you're not in that mindset yet, you haven't overcome your stutter. The best you is the authentic you. The best you is the you that isn't perfect, that cries, that has anxiety, that accepts the anxiety, that knows that they don't have to show up fucking perfectly, know that they can show up with flaws and still accept all the love and validation and approval, and they're worth exactly the same as if they showed up perfectly, if they show up with flaws. Being in that mindset is so fucking powerful. It will allow you to overcome your stutter. Then he says, from the moment the video recording started and the recruiter was asking me questions, I articulated myself as myself. Not fluently, but as me. I spoke well with rhythm and volume. I stuttered, but I paused and slowed down. I paused and took deep breaths and kept rolling. The more I spoke, the louder and better I spoke. With each question I answered, I saw the recruiter smile more and more. So this is a huge fucking sign of growth. When you can stutter, and the more you talk and the more you stutter, the more clear you get and the more momentum you gain, and the better you speak. Because what naturally happens, what normally happens with people who stutter is we stutter one time, we beat ourselves up, and we stutter more because now there's more tension and anxiety and embarrassment and doubt and shame, and we stutter again, causing more and more and more stuttering. Raj here was able to stutter and not make that one stutter perpetuate more stuttering, because he wasn't judging himself on the stutter. He was judging on himself on truly being himself. And he was truly being himself. And that momentum and that proudness that comes from that is how, again, you overcome your stutter, is by changing that mindset. And it's fucking amazing to see. It's fucking amazing to see that switch, because I know when that switch happened in me, and one stutter didn't perpetuate more stuttering, but the stutter actually allowed me to open up more, that's when I didn't have to think about my stutter anymore. That's when I wasn't afraid to show it, because it would only grant me amazing things in my life. Let's continue. The highlight. The very first question that was asked during the recording was, Raj, tell us about yourself. I told a brief summary, but then I strongly finished with, I have stuttering and it's something I want to declare. This has not limited me, but rather has challenged me to step up to every challenge which I have. The strong disclosure set up the best tone for the rest of the recording. At the end, I could see the recorder let his guard down and wanted to chat more. I didn't care 1% on the outcome of the recruitment process, but I loved the feeling of expressing wholeheartedly, authentically, not pleasing, not proving, not pretending, not perfecting. Thank you, Chase, for helping me in this journey. Additionally, thank you, Andrew, which is the accountability coach, and everyone else who has been here for support. By the way, it's only a win I wanted to share, not the end of my journey. Boom. Okay, let me end this right here, because I want to look at you and talk to you for a second. That being able to express wholeheartedly and just feeling that sense of joy and that sense of fulfillment as you're speaking is something I know a lot of people who stutter do not feel on a regular basis, maybe in years. I've been there. I know what it's like. It fucking sucks. It's fucking painful to not feel that joy while interacting with people, while not feeling that freedom of expression. And although that it's become a normal to me of expressing myself naturally and effortlessly, it's become a normal, and I don't get that same high like it did when I first saw major improvements. I can still understand the pain and the suffering that being stifled and repressed in conversations and interviews can come, because you're never showing the people your true self. So I hope you learned a lot from this client result just a day ago, and these results keep on coming in. We keep on addressing the real root issue, not speech techniques, not trying to get accepted, not trying to be fluent, but being okay if you stuttered. And when you feel you're okay and you're safe if you stutter, there's no reason to repress the stutter. There's no reason to repress yourself, because you're safe and you can express yourself however the fuck you want to express yourself. Then you don't hide. Then you feel accepted, because there's no reason for you to feel less than other people. You love yourself. And that is how you overcome your stutter. Not by focusing on the stutter, but by looking at all the fears and anxieties and doubts and shames that are holding you back from showing your true self. So if this was impactful for you, and you also want to get the similar results as Raj, where you can express yourself naturally and not let one stutter perpetuate more stuttering, but the stutter actually opens you up and you love yourself because of it. You want that freedom of expression, the same way Raj is doing, the same way I changed my life, and the same way all my clients are doing as well. Then you can look at the closest link down below in the description, and you can book your free one-on-one call with me. We'll hop on a call. I'll ask you a few questions, see if you would be a good fit for the program, see what I recommend for you, and see if and how I would be able to help you, okay? If that is an interest to you and you are serious about overcoming your stutter, click on that closest link down below in the description, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right, I hope this was valuable. I love you. Talk soon. Peace.